How is the perspective from Sompo Insurance for general insurance industry for the rest 2023?
I think after the recovery from COVID, we saw that also the insurance market in 2022 has recovered and the growth has continued in 2023. I think there are several elements. So we see that the corporate market is tightly linked to the economic growth in Indonesia. However, on the retail market, we have a slightly different dynamics. It is caused because of the higher awareness of people, asset accumulation, and a larger growing share of the middle class in Indonesia. So we expect and we see that also the growth for the general insurance will continue until the end of the year.
So you will focus to the corporate segment?
As Sompo, we have 3 segments where we are very active. It is the corporate segment in Indonesia. We have also our Japanese clients. Our mother company is a Japanese company, so naturally we have a strong link into the Japanese business community in Indonesia. And we are also serving the overall retail market.
What are your strategies until the end of this 2023?
I think we don't have a special strategy just for a couple of months. So for us, the business strategy is a long-term strategy. And I think the focus for Sompo has always been and is always the customer. So for us, it is most important that we can meet all the demands and requirements from our customers, but also from our sales channels.
And what are your strategies for next year? In Indonesia, we have political year next year. Do you see any opportunities in this political year?
Yeah, I think the need for insurance is relatively independent from political developments. I would rather link it to how the economy is developing. And here we see that the strong development is continuing, and especially in the retail side, we experience that with higher awareness and higher financial literacy, also the need for insurance is growing. There's also a higher asset accumulation amongst the population, which means more assets to be insured. And that is what drives the insurance market majorly.
Does it mean that your target will be higher next year?
For us, growth itself is not a value. For us, growth is a result of our success, having the right products, having the right services in the market. We have been growing over the past decade very strongly, and we also expect that our growth will continue.
Maybe you have the number for next year?
We cannot yet give out numbers. We have a saying in Germany that means don't cut the skin before you have killed the bear, which means don't talk about things that are not yet realized. So I'm very happy to share that next year with you.
Mr. Nemitz, do you think that financial literacy is the biggest challenge in Indonesia?
I think financial literacy is very important. And I see that there is a lot of effort being put into the increase of financial literacy. In our company as well, we have special programs where we support the financial literacy, especially amongst young people, because that's the new generation, and I think that's the most important to promote their growth. It has a direct impact on the demand for insurance, because people with higher financial literacy will understand better what kind of insurance is and what is the value of purchasing insurance, be it life insurance or be it general insurance.
Very interesting. We will continue after the break. Kita akan kembali sesaat lagi. Tetaplah bersama kami dalam segmen Money Talks. OJK decided to classify insurance companies based on equity. Meanwhile, insurance companies are also required to increase capital gradually. What is the response and readiness of Sompo Insurance?
So for Sompo Insurance, most and foremost, we always focus on the best of our customers. And one important thing and the main role of insurance is if something happens to our customers, we have to be able to pay, and we have to be able to settle any claims or anything that happens to our customers. So that is the core of our business, meaning risk management for the customer. The capital requirements, or in general, the equity level of a company, of course, directly determines the stability and financial security of the company. So in that regard, we are also fully aligned with the protection of the customers in the market. And in terms of preparedness, I can say that the measures that are taken currently in the market are very much in line how we run our business, and in that regard, we are fully prepared.
How do you see this policy will change the competition in the industry?
I don't think that the competition itself will change, because at whatever level the capital requirements are in the market, it doesn't change the market itself. So from my perspective, it gives the customer a much better protection, but I don't see that the market will be changed in terms of how the competition and how the market is developing.
Do you see in the future maybe there will be more consolidation between insurance companies?
I cannot judge on other insurance companies. There is a possibility. It is a development in general in many, many markets. So it is also, I think, possible here in Indonesia.
What is your perspective to this policy?
I assume that is very much in line with also the capital increase, since the main focus is on the protection of customers. And of course, let me give you an example. If we go to a hospital and we see a doctor, we expect that we can trust that doctor, and we know it is because that doctor is licensed, basically. And if we look at insurance, that is also a very important part in managing your personal assets and your wealth. So our customers want to have the peace of mind and trust whenever they talk to someone from the insurance industry, that they are talking with an expert. And in that regard, I feel it's a very good initiative to promote also the level of the distribution in the market. We as Sompo highly support it, and we are actually also happy because it supports our own efforts to train our distribution channels.
But do you see any way maybe to make it more effective for this insurance agent?
I think the efficiency, it lies always in the individual case, because it, of course, requires as an individual the effort to try to be on top of the knowledge within the own area of expertise. So I feel that with having the current measures, that is a very, very good step forward. But if we talk about efficiency, I think that is more a question of individually how can we train our agents best. And I can assure you, as Sompo, we are investing a lot of time and a lot of efforts into the training of our agents in distribution channel.
Do we need a special regulation for it?
I don't think that we are currently needing a special regulation. I think all the measures that are currently taking place are going in the right direction.
In Sompo, do you have like special regulation for your agents?
Of course, we treat our agents always special in terms of that they are an extension of Sompo. So we have to make sure that all the services and everything that what we stand for, our values we stand for, are also represented by our agents. And that is why we invest a lot into the education of the agency.
Sompo Insurance, do you see any opportunities with this policy?
Yeah, we feel that will definitely stimulate the economic activity and the demand in the market. And naturally, as a general insurer, we are the ones who make sure that the collateral for mortgage and housing loans is secured. And in that regard, it will definitely have a positive impact on our business as well.
Okay. Do you see 2 billion is under your segment focus, or maybe it's too low for your segment?
No, definitely not. So we are covering the whole market. So we are not making a distinction between, let's say, very high value property or lower value properties. That would rather be then a distinction between the segments of retail market and the corporate market. But within the retail, we cover everything.